Bad coin is back, baby. And for a limited time, you've got an opportunity to get up to 1 million of them. It may or may not have something to do with my new book, which is written so you'll have more fun in your work and personal life. Come on. We also dig into the mailbox to answer a bunch of your questions from email and the Bad Crypto Mastermind. And the Bad Crypto Chicks are back for an interview with Tori Rice from TrustToken. You'll discover how their platform enables tokenization, fractional ownership, and global liquidity for the world's $256 trillion worth of real-world assets. So there you have it. There you are, and there it is. All the things in one place so you can pop open a cold one and be a couch potato while listening to episode number 127 of the Bad Crypto Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition.
Who's bad?
Howdy hi.
Howdy ho.
What do you know, neighbor? It's the Bad Crypto Podcast. Heard around the world, all from the comfort of our microphones, strategically positioned in front of our faces in Denver, Colorado. And what's the name of that little town you're in outside Kansas City?
Colorado Springs.
Bumblewood.
That's exactly right. How did you know? I live here in Lee's Summit, the third largest city in Missouri.
Yeah, Bumblewood. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, you're so hateful.
Oh, I love the Bumblewoods. It's great. And we're here to Google stuff so you don't have to. And we do quite a bit of it as we are not at Consensus and we are not boycotting Consensus. We're just not there.
Yeah. We want to give a shout out to Jacob at CoinDesk for not getting us passes.
Thanks, Jacob. No media passes for Bad Crypto. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe next year, guys. But there was a bunch of opportunity that was popping up and everything just kind of didn't work out. So I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's meant to be. I'm going to stay in Denver. Travis, you go to your room and we'll cover Consensus. And of course, the bad news episode coming up later this week will have all of the latest news from the Consensus conference. So there's that.
Yeah, I've been watching several of the presentations from Consensus from the comfort of my own home. And that's been nice. I didn't have to wait in line for 2 hours like some people had to do. Apparently, Consensus grew from 2,700 people to about 8,000 people, 8,500 people, something like that. And their logistics has just been a nightmare. And so it took people forever to get in. And so I'm glad we're not fighting with a whole bunch of people. You know what? We had such a busy week hanging out in the Cayman Islands for the World Tokenomic Forum. And you know what? That was about as peaceful of work.
Yeah, I'm nursing my suntan still. It was delightful.
So, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but between Joel Comm and I, we've written 16 books. And, he's written the majority of them. I mean, let's get real. He's written 15 of them. And actually his 15th book, you have a book that's right on the horizons here soon, about to pop out, like about to come out of the womb at any time.
Well, it's already popped out, but it's not available for sale yet. But I did deliver it. I did give birth to it. I'm actually holding, a bouncing baby book. Let me slap it. Stop crying. I have an advanced reader's copy in my hand right now, and I am more excited about this book than numbers 1 through 14. It's like those other children of mine. Screw them. This one, this is the chosen one right here.
That's pretty fancy. How your first book? When did you write that?
1997. Internet Family Fun: The Parent's Guide to Safe Surfing. That was my first one.
Internet Family Fun. And now you've come full circle with fun in the title once again. I was unaware of that. That was completely
unknown. I didn't pick up on that either, but thank you. The book is called The Fun Formula: How Curiosity, Risk-Taking, and Serendipity Can Revolutionize How You Work. And this book is a distilling, if I may, you may too. We may both. A reverse engineering of the successes I've had over my 23-year internet and technology career to discover the real keys to success that I feel are duplicable. And guess what? It's not all about that hustle and grind mumbo jumbo.
It's one of those things when they say, you know what, have a hustle, be working. I think there's more than one way to skin a cat, right? I think this is the way that works pretty well for you. You've had some great success with the formula that you had. My formula is a little bit different. My formula is never stop learning, right? Because I keep learning, figuring new stuff out. Your formula is do what you love and that's fun, that you enjoy, and you are able to sort of hack the process of how you stumbling into areas that you're curious about have turned into several business opportunities that you've won in, right?
Yeah.
So that's
a number of unicorns. And honestly, the never stop learning thing, that's your part of the fun formula. That's you're bringing your uniqueness, your curiosity into that. But the hustle and grind mentality is something that some people are teaching. You know, they're promising you can get that Lambo in your garage and you can, have the big house and there's the swimming pool and there's all the beautiful people and so much money. And listen, I've made a lot. I've lost a lot. You and I know how to make money, and money is not ultimately what brings satisfaction in life. Once you get past a certain amount, and it's a really unusual measurement of success, how much money you have. And I've been fortunate to have a number of unicorns in my life. I sold a site to Yahoo. I had an iPhone app that went to #1. I'm a New York Times bestseller and have done all these different activities. But what I've discovered is those successes have not come from busting a hump, from working around the clock. And so I've figured out how I did succeed in that. And this book is coming out on Thomas Nelson Publishers on June 5th. HarperCollins is their parent company. And they're super excited about it. I'm super excited about it. And I thought that you guys would be as well. And you and I discussed how could we reward the citizens of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia for going ahead and pre-ordering this book.
We did. We had that conversation. I believe what we came up with is if they buy a copy of your book and then send the receipt for that copy of that book to adcryptopodcast at gmail.com, then we would reward them with what, 250,000 Badcoin?
That's right. 250,000 Badcoin. And here, Mr. Travis Wright is also a prolific author, and he has written a total of 1 book. But that book,
does that mean prolific?
Yeah, that book is a powerful book with your co-author Chris Snook, Digital Sense. It's been very well received, critically acclaimed, and you guys should have it too. And so what we decided is you'll get 250,000 Badcoin as a free bonus, okay, just for buying the book. The book is what you're buying. You're not buying Badcoin, okay? You can't buy Badcoin. It's not for sale. But if you buy the book and you send the receipt for the book, you'll get 250,000 Badcoin to your BitShares account. Of course, you'll have to set up a BitShares wallet, which is free to do. But if you also purchase a copy of Digital Sense, you'll get 4 times the amount of Badcoin. 1 million Badcoin. I've got my Dr. Evil thing going on here. 1 million bit.
That is true. That's pretty fancy there. Thanks for the kind words, Mr. Jocom.
Absolutely. And what you want to do is you want to go to thefunformula.com because there's additional bonuses that you get, $100 worth of additional bonus content that you'll get from the publisher and myself. So if you go to thefunformula.com and order a copy from any of the retailers, there's Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Walmart, iBooks, and several others, and then you fill out the form, not only will you get the book when it arrives, but you'll immediately get the first 3 chapters in a digital format. You'll get a Fun Formula interactive study journal. It's a $17 value. It's only digital. It's only available through this form. I've created 3 videos that are exclusive to this order, 15 minutes of extra content. You'll get the first 20% of the audiobook version, and you will get to access a webinar that I'm doing just for those who pre-order the book. So it's thefunformula.com. Once you've ordered it, fill the form out on the site to get the bonuses from the publisher, and then email a receipt to badcryptopodcast@gmail.com for whatever you've ordered. If it's just my book, or if it's my book and Travis's book, Digital Sense, or if it's just Travis's book. But you don't get anything if you just order Travis's book. Sorry.
If you just order Travis's book, you should just get 250,000.
No, you don't. No, you get nothing. You have to order my book.
Why not? Oh, they have to have your book too? That's not, it's kind of.
Because I got that. Because it's about me, not you.
Oh, it's true. I'm just like a bonus in this. That's good. This is Joel Comm's 15th book launch. So make it special for him. I mean, he needs.
Well, you guys are going to love this book. All right. You're not getting this book just to please me. You're going to love this book. This book is going to inspire you. The early reviews that have come in say that this book is going to be a hit, and you guys are going to enjoy it. So thanks for checking it out.
Absolutely. That's one of those things, man. You know what? A lot of people who listen to the show, they want a better life, right? Some of them, they want to invest in the crypto so they can buy a Lambo and moons and all that. But really, you know what? It's about improving, getting better, and having fun. We're here for just such a small amount of time. I actually am listening to this audio program on, there's this website called, I just recently found called Skill Stack or stackskills.com, one of the two. What was interesting is Seneca. He had an amazing quote that most people let time slip away as if it were something replaceable. And we have just such a small amount of time, and it's a sign of a great man not to let his time be frittered away. And so, some people say the hustle thing, and that comes in line with this. Some people, like Joel, he's got another process of that. I think they work together. You can, if it's something you love, then you can work 14 hours on it and it's not work.
Absolutely. That you're having fun. But, a lot of people lose sight of other important things. And the hustle and grind is something that for a season, there's times where you have to really buckle down and do that. But as a lifestyle, it ultimately will bleed you dry, and it will damage relationships. And a fulfilling life is not just about money and, getting awards and all that. It's doing what you love.
That's true. I want to read this quote. So I found it. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and sufficiently generous amount has been given to us for the highest achievements if we were all well invested. So invest your time wisely and read the fun formula, and that'll help you have more fun in the process and maybe get a better life out of the deal.
There's a great meme that shows Dwight from The Office, and on top it says, "Life is short," and then it's where he says, "False. It's the longest thing you do."
It is.
So
it is the longest thing you do, but we're not guaranteed tomorrow. Well, a lot of people say, "Oh, I can't wait till I get to 60 and I'm gonna retire and go travel the world." Guess what? You're not guaranteed that you're gonna get to 60. And in fact, for the longest time throughout history, getting to 50 or 60 was a very rare feat. Like only recently in the last 100 years or so are people living to be 60, 70 and 100 and whatnot. I mean, that used to not be the case. And so, I mean, I turned 45 in a couple of days, and it just makes me think, damn, where did the time go? 45, like I'm halfway to 90. And you know what? I'm not planning on retiring or giving up or stopping or doing. I'm going to keep going because I love learning. I love figuring things out and having fun. And I have a feeling, Mr. Joel Comm, we're going to keep having fun on this bad crypto thing for a while.
Thefunformula.com. Check it out. Get your copy. Email your receipt to badcryptopodcast@gmail.com. And now let's hear what you guys have to say.
Bad Crypto voicemail. You have one new message.
Hey guys, this is just a general great show. Love your show. I mean, been listening to it since the beginning. Joel, I've been following you, known you since way back in the IM days. Travis, don't know you, but lucky you hooked up with Joel. Now, one little thing that I wanted to share with you, that I watch a show called Billions on Showtime, and this is the third week in a row that they have thrown crypto in the show. And they even had a little treasure or whatever it was saying that, here you go, here's your $1 million in cryptos. And another guy said, hey, pay me in crypto. So that's pretty crazy. That's the first time I've ever heard it on TV, and it's been 3 weeks in a row on this show called Billions. So that's all. Waiting for the next new episode. You guys are awesome. Thanks. Bye.
You hear that, Travis? Apparently you are lucky that you hooked up with me.
Wow. So you know what? I am grateful because we're a pretty powerful duo here, Mr. Joel Comm, but I'm pretty sure you're lucky to have hooked up with me. because I mean, this is magic now. I mean, come on.
Well, you've got those Matrix style glasses. So yeah, I am grateful actually. I have not seen Billions yet. It's on my watch list. And I know, Travis, you don't watch television at all. So
Somebody else talked to us about that the other day. Like, how have you not watched Billions?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I don't watch TV. And he's all like, dude, it's Billions. It's so great. And I'm like, and now this is the third time somebody has mentioned something about Billions. And that is when I might actually watch it. I might tune into an episode or so. I don't normally watch a lot of TV, but I might tune in. I like Billions. That sounds good. Who doesn't like Billions?
I'm going to check it out as well.
Bonin Bauga.
Yeah.
Bonin. You said something about Billions.
It was Bonin. Bonin is actually like renting that mansion in the Hamptons that Billions is at. We were going to get to go to that if we were going to be in New York. You guys have been giving us some new 5-star reviews, and here's a few of them from To Da Moon wrote, if you enjoy both sitting and listening, then this is the podcast for you. They talk about things and stuff, which is pretty neat. If you like sitting, things, and stuff, then you'll love this bad podcast.
Well, I mean, I like standing sometimes and walking around. Can you move and listen to Bad Crypto? I'm not sure. Here is another one. So bad. The Bad Crypto podcast is like being back inside your warm, comfortable mother's belly, getting squeezed out into the real world of crypto in a disturbingly satisfying way. Wow, we are the birth canal of crypto, Mr. Joel Comm. That's crazy.
Certainly we are.
It makes me. It makes me feel so bad. It feels good, so good, but still bad. But that's okay, I hope. Please help me. Anyway, on your way of getting squeezed out of the belly, Travis and Joel are there being proud first-time dads, helping you go through the ups and downs of the daily crypto life with a continuous flow of bad dad jokes, crypto news, more bad jokes, friendship, and zero investor advice because they're bad. And I'm bad. I'm so bad. So bad. Woohoo. Is this what I am now?
Thanks, Sip Sampson, for that. Good and bad wrote, these guys are bad as in good, as in so bad that you can only describe just how good they are by acknowledging it as bad. When in reality, it's good, but yet you can only say they are bad. In all serious, it's a good, bad podcast. Stay bad.
Here's a good one here that's bad. Might have a future in poop rap. Watch out, Kanye.
Poop, scoop,
Seriously,
scoopity, poopity, poop, doopity, boop, poop, 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 doody, 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 poop, poop.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Seriously, though, big ups to these guys for their knowledge and witty crypto banter. These are some bad dudes. And, I don't know, John McAfee called us badasses.
Yeah, I don't know why he referred to that particular part of our anatomy, but, and then
we are badasses.
Yeah, Maddie Canada wrote a poem for us. A poem. When Lambo, when Moon, listen to bad when BTC makes you sad. Joel will sing, Travis will bring crypto knowledge to share, and soon all will be square so you can have a happy air. Air? Oh, HEIR, air. Somebody's going to, yeah, there's that. So thanks for the funny 5 stars. And you guys, please keep them coming. And we're going to keep reading funny 5-star reviews. Go to iTunes or Facebook, and we're going to select one at the end of the week. One of you is going to get 500 stellar lumens, which is at 37 cents as of today. So Mike Stepanov in the mastermind writes, when Moon, but seriously, what are the obstacles that crypto and blockchain tech has to overcome to gain a better traction with the public and a wider adoption? It's a great question.
This is a great question. I think it's got ease of use. I mean, I think people, are very comfortable with credit cards and debit cards. And I think more people need to figure out how to easily buy the crypto. There's got to be a mechanism to make it super easy to buy that is adopted by the masses. Right. Coinbase now has been around for 6 years. They are, probably one of the most important, companies in the crypto world. So something like getting on Coinbase, getting a Shift card and being able to use your crypto through a debit card, that's going to be huge. And just as more people hear about it, just kind of how the word they talked about crypto in the show Billions. It becomes part of common culture and the stigma of, criminals using crypto only goes away. And I think we're starting to see that more and more as we move through.
Actually, there's an app out now that is moving in that direction. It's the easiest app I've seen to be able to buy Bitcoin. It's the Robinhood app. It's available for both iPhone and Android. I downloaded it and installed it, and I've purchased Bitcoin through it. I funded my account, from my bank account, and now I'm holding a little bit of Bitcoin in there. And you can also trade a bunch of stocks in there. But what's really cool about it is there's no fees. It's fee free. They don't charge you any transaction fees for buying and selling of stocks or cryptos.
That's true. And what's cool is we have a link that will allow you to get your first free stock. So if you go to badco.in/Robinhood and you sign up, download the app from that, and then fund your account. I don't even know if you even funded your account. If you just open up the account, they give you a free stock, and then you basically sort of scratch it and you figure out what it is. And I've gotten a couple of them. Like one stock was like a $3 stock. One stock was a $6 stock. You've gotten a few as well, haven't you?
Yeah. In fact, I've probably done about, just personally on my account, I think 13, 14 referrals. I've got 3 shares of Sprint. It's at $5 right now. I got 2 shares of Chesapeake, 2 shares of Sirius XM. That's at $6.85 a share right now. 4 shares of Groupon, 3 Zynga, and 2 American Steel. And so we're not talking a lot of money there, but it's a free stock. And so when you go to badco.in/Robinhood and install the app and go through the basic sign up, they'll give you a free stock, and the stocks are valued anywhere between 3, and then you have a chance to get a share of Apple, which is like close to $200. So, it's a small chance, but you have a chance. And when you get a stock, we get a stock. So take stock in stocks and Fox and socks with blocks
in a box.
That rocks in a box. So badco.in/Robinhood. And this is just a real great step forward, as Mike was asking, towards public adoption, is easy to use tools that, don't put you through the ringer to get them.
It's actually been the one that I've used to buy more stocks. Like I don't normally mess around in the stock market much just because I don't really like fiat currency. And I've always thought that the stuff would crash. But we had the CEO of Overstock on the show, or on one of our early shows, and what he's doing with T0 and Overstock, how they accept all those cryptos and stuff. It seems to me that the price, actually when we interviewed him, the price was $20, $25, and then when Bitcoin went to the moon in January, that got up to like $80 something, and now it's back down to like $30 something. So looks to me like if it goes back up and hits that point there down the road, it should be an $80 stock down the road maybe. So anyways, it's kind of fun. I enjoy it.
Blake writes in the mastermind, would love for one of you to start mining and talk about your experiences and mistakes. Which one of us, Blake?
Yeah.
Me? Travis?
I don't know. Me? I don't know. Well, let's be indecisive about it and see if, who decides. Actually, we are looking into doing some mining, right, Mr. Joe?
Yeah, we are. We're looking at doing some Litecoin mining, and that's really all we can tell you about it right now. We haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but once we do and have some experience, then we'll share that with you. Of course, Travis has talked about his mining experience, how he mined 55 Bitcoin and lost them forever.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I mined 50 Bitcoin. I mined a block, and then that was cool. But my computer fan was going, wee! And then I went to one of the Bitcoin faucets back in the day. They would give you 5 Bitcoin if you went and clicked on, literally went to the site and clicked on the link. They would send you 5 Bitcoin. So I really wish I had done more of that.
And you didn't, but that's okay. So we'll get back to you on that, Blake. Mike and David wrote in the mastermind, we'd both like more info about the Fibonacci TA guy that Travis mentioned, Scott, the crypto guy. Can we put that in the show notes here, Travis, and tell people who it is?
Yeah, who it is. And I think I said the name incorrectly the first time because people are like looking for it, but it is called Trade Crypto Live. .net, and we'll have him on the show here eventually. I've been chatting with him and learning from him, learning about how to set up TradingView, and that way I can have the right charts and then start using the tools to sort of map it out and understand what the technical tools mean and what the different signals are showing you, right? And so there's a whole bunch of stuff to know about it. And actually, guys, I had connected with Stan Bokoff, who is the CTO over at TradingView. I actually did a podcast with him on VentureBeat last year, I believe, last July or last June. And we're going to have him on the show. We're going to interview him coming up here shortly. So he'll be on a future episode chatting all things about trading and tradingview.com.
Excellent. So we'll check that out. The site is tradecryptolive.net. It's Scott, the crypto guy. So a bunch of you asking about that, you can go there.
Crypto Man, I think is his name on Facebook.
Yeah.
Bad crypto inbox. You got mail.
Josh writes via the contact form, which anybody can write us via. Go to badcryptopodcast.com, click contact Travis and Joel, or Travis or Joel and Travis, or whatever it says. And he said, I voted for the Bad Crypto Podcast for best podcast in the Crypto Influencer Awards. We told you to vote for Laura, Josh. Told you to vote for Laura. Love the show you guys put on. You keep it balanced with humor, knowledge, and insight. Keep up the great work. Stay bad, but don't shard your pants. Josh, an expat living in Tokyo. Yeah, we didn't want to win. It's just, it's not our jam. We want to win.
You know what? It's one of those things that are easily manipulated. And I put up a post on Facebook. Hey, vote for us. But really, it's like, meh. If we win, we win. If not, no big deal.
I actually just talked to the guy who's putting us on because he wanted us to come out for the show. And tomorrow we should have some news related to the show, but I can't share with you yet because I want to make sure that everything's going to work properly. And I told him, you need to have like a panel, like an academy of people. It can't just be a popularity thing, because apparently the guy who looks like he's going to win, which is it's Matthew Aaron over at Crypto 101, puts on a good crypto show over there, pushed it really hard. And, we want to push you guys to go to, buy my book. Something that'll bring you actual value. So thefunformula.com.
That's what Joel wants, because Joel wants it. It's all about Joel.
Yeah. And buy Travis's book too, because it's also really
yeah. Oh, by the way, Kevin wants to know. Hey, first of all, what? Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to be serious. All right. First of all, thanks for putting on such a great show. I really enjoy listening to your podcast all the time. But recently, since April 16th, none of the episodes will play from my Tesla now. Have you guys used a new server? I would love to listen to your podcast during my daily drive. If this gets fixed, by the way, Tesla is going through Slacker for streaming. Is this their issue or your issue? Mind figuring this out. And we got a follow-up from our tech guy, Aaron, the tech. He said that he thinks there's an issue with an app inside the car and that the software updates might be required. And, sorry to hear about that struggle of your daily commute in your Tesla.
Can we get Elon Musk on the line here? In fact, as fate would have it, somebody emailed me anonymously a list of phone numbers of CEOs, and on that list is Elon Musk's name. And I've got the phone number right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and dial him.
Hello.
Elon, is that you?
Yeah, this is Elon.
Elon, this is Joel and Travis from the Bad Crypto Podcast. And we have a listener that wants to know what the heck's up with the Tesla. They can't listen to the show anymore.
Yes. Well, fundamentally, there's an issue within the Tesla that upon times needs software updates, and it could be part that we are living in a simulation, and you've not fully updated your car software, so you might need to do that.
So let me ask you this: is Bad Crypto available on SpaceX yet? Because people want to know when moon.
Certainly not. We don't like to put we value our customers here at Tesla. We want to make sure that we only give them good programming. So no, of course not.
Because we're bad. Okay, thanks, Elon. Appreciate it.
Have a good day, Joel.
Well, there you have it. Elon Musk, pretty much redundant there, says what our tech guy knew. So
yeah, I'm sorry we wasted his time.
Yeah, and apparently we're not going to the moon anytime soon. People don't say when Tesla, when moon.
People don't say, when Toyota Corolla.
They do say, Lise Allen says from our contact form, what options does someone have to safely and consistently, as consistent as a paycheck, exchange to fiat? I know. Why fiat? bills, baby. I have bills. As bad experts, what concerns would you have in a developing employee-employer relationship, compensation terms loosely described above? It seems like receiving Bitcoin or Ethereum in a GDAX wallet, then exchanging will be monotonous or monotonous. You know what? Mana is monotonous. Oh, snap.
Oh, mana. So I would say this: what he's wanting to know is how can he consistently, exchange crypto back to fiat if he's getting paid for it. And he says it's monotonous to do this if you have to log in your GDAX. But I believe there's a feature within Coinbase and within GDAX where you can say, "Here's my coin that's sitting in here every week." Send me out this much, and they can do that. They can just do it on a regular basis unless you don't have enough crypto in there to handle it.
Whenever I've got something in another exchange and I sell it to Bitcoin or Ethereum, I just send it to GDAX, and from GDAX I then sell it there. And it is monotonous. It does take an extra step. I know there's some other exchanges that let you go to fiat, but they're very few, and it is a pain. And this kind of goes back to the initial question, that was asked here about how do we get more traction for public adoption of crypto. And this is one of the problems we have. So hopefully we will see some more of these solutions spring up.
Mana.
So thanks for writing us and interacting with us. We always appreciate that and enjoy trying to give you bad answers. And now we're going to turn it over to Sarah and Rachel, the Crypto Chicks. They've got a great interview with Tory Rice. He's the VP of Business Development and Asset Tokenization at TrustToken. And these guys are enabling tokenization, fractional ownership, and global liquidity for real-world assets. There's only about $256 trillion of real-world assets.
That's
and
also
these
a big deal,
guys,
right? It's not that much.
Yeah, it's a few dollars. It's a few bad coin.
So this is about a stable coin here, True USD, and so that is a it's a US dollar collateralized stable coin that uses Trust Token. So this is a pretty interesting interview with the Crypto Chicks. So here we go.
We have an interview today with Tory Rice, the Vice President of Business Development at TrustToken. He is a financial technology entrepreneur and blockchain nerd. He works for TrustToken. It's the platform that brought you True USD. And you may have heard of True USD recently. They've been getting a ton of press about their USD collateralized stablecoin that uses the TrustToken legal and technical framework to provide token holders with regular audits and legal rights to redeem tokens for USD.
Yeah, we're excited to have Tory here with us today to talk about TrustToken and True USD. And Tory, I also see that you are a big believer in Tikkun Olam, which is defined in Judaism as our innate imperative to repair the world. I'm Jewish also, so I know what that is. I'm familiar with that. That's pretty cool.
What is that?
Yeah, so it's funny that you saw that. Yeah, it's kind of a core tenet of mine, and it's actually something that I found in a lot of my colleagues here at TrustToken, which is really, it's just this fundamental belief that we all kind of share a responsibility to repair the world. That's the literal translation of Tikkun Olam. And so the concept is that even if you're, in a capitalist venture, like most of us are, you can still find ways to drive positive impact. And, there's small ways, whether with individual interactions or through your work, that you can help.
Yeah, that's interesting. I also wrote an article on Forbes about you guys, about TrustToken and True USD, about stable coins. So could you just tell us a little bit about what a stable coin is and why should traders care about stable coins?
Yeah, because we're a podcast for the crypto curious and newbies.
Crypto curious.
Curious,
Yep.
not curious.
Or curious.
Sure. Yeah. So stablecoins have been getting a lot of attention over the past few months and really over the past year. Many people call them the holy grail of crypto. But the reason for that is because when everyone thinks of crypto assets or cryptocurrencies, the first thing that comes to mind is, for most people, is volatility. And you hear a lot people, they're investing because they're kind of speculating in various assets. But for real traders and for real business applications to emerge, one of the necessary features of these cryptocurrencies that you would require is stability. Because no one wants to, for example, if you're a trader, you can't exactly hedge your position in something like Ethereum or Bitcoin that might lose value overnight or double in value. Whereas with a stable coin, the idea is that the value that you put into it one day will be relatively static the next.
Right. And that's because it's paired to the US dollar. Now, another stable coin that everyone knows about, because it's been also in the news a lot for being under investigation, is Tether. But TrueUSD is different because you guys are actually supported by US banking partners. Why is it important for stablecoins to have a pair backing to real assets?
Yeah, so in our opinion, we think that there's many different use cases that both traders and businesses might have for a stable coin. And some people, like the anarchist crypto folks who don't want anything to do with the US dollar, are happy to deal with an algorithmic stable coin. But the majority of traders that we speak with and the businesses that we speak with, they want a way of dealing with the US dollar. They want to know that their stable coin is actually worth something and it's backed by something with real value. And that's why our stable coin, like I said, has that one-to-one pairing where every single one equates to $1 in a US bank that the users can go to our app and redeem for themselves.
What are you saying about the anarchists? The anarchists don't want a US dollar backing?
Yeah, I think there's plenty of people that I've encountered out there who they're like, I don't want anything to do with any governments of any kind. And so if there's people who want to live completely off the grid with no government associations. And, I can understand to each their own.
Well, then I guess TrustToken is not an anarchist organization.
No, not quite. We're taking very much a different approach. We see that Tether has proven that there's a huge market opportunity and clear demand for a stable coin, but they also they lost the trust of their users and of the community, and we see it as an opportunity to work with regulators, with banking partners in a positive and healthy way, ensuring that traders can trust that every single TrueUSD they hold is actually backed by a US dollar.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I think it's great that you guys are taking different approaches in building a stable coin and that you've chosen the US dollar backed approach with TrueUSD. But how exactly are you creating this trust? I mean, what are you guys doing to ensure that users or that owners of the token can actually trust you?
Like why are you choosing US dollar for that trust? Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
So we're looking to earn trust in a few ways. One, the way we think about the US dollar is that it is one of, if not the most trusted financial instrument in the world today. You can go virtually anywhere in the world and it's recognized and used as a form of currency. And so we believed by tokenizing the US dollar first as like the first asset we're bringing onto the blockchain within our platform as the right approach. It's understood, it's trusted. And the second thing that we're doing a bit differently to earn trust is we're saying you don't have to trust us completely. We're working with third-party auditors like Cohen and Company, and we're in process of onboarding with Ernst & Young to have these third-party auditors that will independently attest to that there actually are the funds in the accounts that we say there are.
Right. So the third party helps. I mean, and that's really why the banks were created in the first place, is because the citizens didn't trust government. And so they needed this third party, which were the banks. So it's interesting to see how this is all changing.
Right. And that's also a good point that you bring up, because Tether couldn't prove that they had the funds to back up their coin. So you guys are actually proving that, I guess, right?
Yeah, we prove it on a weekly basis. You can go to our blog and we post those attestations publicly. And what's funny is one of the downsides of or I mean, we see it as an upside, but one of the downsides of an immutable ledger is that, on the Tether side of things, if there was ever a point in history where they didn't have that one-to-one pairing, they can look at the blockchain and reconcile that against a bank account, and it would be pretty clear to anyone. And so, we see it as an upside, but I could see why, others would see that as a downside.
Right. And one thing to note is, speaking of, you guys just passed your $12 million in circulation mark. Congratulations.
Wow, that's amazing. Congrats.
Yeah. How does that? Yeah, absolutely. You guys are really hitting these milestones. How does this benchmark you against the competition?
Well, yeah, we're really humbled by the community's response. We launched just over a month ago, and so we've basically hit the 12 million mark is approximately where Tether was in month 22 or 23. So we're really, really happy that the reception we've been receiving from the community, and we see that trust as something that we need to earn, and so we're doing everything in our power to continue to earn it, and the market cap's reflecting that.
Yeah, I mean, Rachel and I were just talking about Basis and how they raised so much money with Basecoin at $133 million from Silicon Valley investors. TrustToken is another example of a company being funded not through an ICO, but through traditional VC means. And you really see you guys are hitting these benchmarks that took Tether 2 years to hit, and you're getting them right after launching. I mean, clearly the market is ripe for this. What do you feel more institutional investors are taking interest in stablecoins right now in general, and what is TrustToken working on specifically?
Yeah. So, it's funny. Just last week, both Danny, our CEO, and I were in New York, and we had dinner with the Basis team. And, we have a lot of respect for their project, and that respect is mutual. What we think the big difference is we're taking a very compliant approach to our fundraising. Our offering is a Reg D 506C sale, which is basically a fancy way of saying we are only working with accredited investors who also perform KYC checks. And, we've partnered with CoinList on that process. And, we've seen that the Silicon Valley investors, as well as the investors in New York, really respect the thoughtful nature that we're taking, but also that we're being completely compliant and making sure that we cross our T's and dot our I's.
Yeah. So you said KYC compliant. Everybody seems to be talking about this KYC, know your customer compliance. Can you kind of go into a little more detail about what that means? Because apparently it's becoming a trending thing right now.
Yeah, it's funny. You would never think that these acronyms, KYC, AML, would be sexy things, quote unquote. AML stands for
KFC. KYC.
But I say
Just kidding.
So,
Rachel, just let it out.
The acronyms is all I'm saying. Anyway, sorry, Tori, continue.
Let's be serious, you guys.
We can try. So the whole know your customer and anti-money laundering, requirements, really these are traditionally measures to prevent, the use of funds for either money laundering or to fund terrorist organizations. There's lots of implications from the Patriot Act. And, interestingly enough, we see it as an advantage. The more compliant we are as a business, it's very difficult, and it takes a large investment for an organization to stay compliant. And, we're really excited. We just made a pretty huge hire on the compliance side. We've been working with some really fantastic compliance professionals, but we just brought on the former head of compliance from First Republic National Bank.
Wow.
And, what we're trying to do here is protect part of our business by being, at the very cutting edge of compliance. And the reason why it's kind of become a sexy thing is because, it is harder to do. And a lot of the scammers out there don't take the time to actually set up a compliant business and, work with the right regulatory bodies to basically acquire the right licenses and certifications. And so, we're excited. We're doing all those things so we can actually make it sexy.
All right. Well, bringing sexy back with all the acronyms and being compliant and, getting a great hire. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And congratulations on hitting the $12 million in circulation mark. That's really big news.
Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. And I think that TrueUSD is, really breaking barriers in terms of being a stable coin that people can trust. So yeah, keep up the awesome work.
And I guess for all the listeners out there, is there any last comments you want to leave before we end the interview?
Really, we just want to say, we appreciate the support of the community. We're really excited. Don't let all the scams that are out there get you. We're still, all of us blockchain nerds know the tech is there. There's real work being done by really fantastic and bright people. And so, just make sure you support your favorite projects, but do your homework, do your research.
KYC.
And know your customer.
And AML, right? Anti-money laundering.
Right. That's right.
Lessons of the day.
Yeah. So there you have it, everybody. Tori Reese of TrustToken and TrueUSD. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ladies. We appreciate your crypto chickiness and bringing great content and interviews to the citizens of the Republic of Bad Cryptopia.
Excellent. Yeah. So this has been an action-packed episode here of Bad Crypto Podcast, episode 127, which we're getting old, Mr. Joel Comm. That's quite a number we have accumulated here.
We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary or birthday celebration. It's going to be taking place in Denver, Colorado on July the 18th of 2018, 1 year to the day that the first episode came out. And stay tuned. Coming soon, we will have instructions on how you can register to come join us for an evening of food, fun, and frivolity and badness.
Food, fun, frivolity. That sounds like a fun formula.
It's like all the F's.
It is. Very nice.
Well, it's not all the F's. There's other F's.
There's other F's. And again, if you do not recall from earlier in the show, take a look at Mr. Joel Comm's book, The Fun Formula, and take a screenshot of your receipt. Email that to badcryptopodcast@gmail.com. And, if you buy my book as well, Digital Sense, you're going to get 1 million bad coins that are completely worthless.
They will help you stay bad. Who's bad? The Bad Crypto Podcast is a production of Bad Crypto LLC. The content of the show, the videos, and the website is provided for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes only. It's not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice of any kind. You shouldn't make any decisions as to finances, investing, trading, or anything else based on this information without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional financial advisor. Please understand that the trading of Bitcoins and alternative cryptocurrencies have potential risks involved. Anyone wishing to invest in any of the currencies or tokens mentioned on this podcast should first seek their own independent professional financial advisor.